So what has all of this drama really been about?
Walter Farnham. 20 years ago, he and his wife marched into town out of nowhere, and suddenly they're running what's left of Rose Hill Plantation. He even had the nerve to rename the place after himself. He even convinced a buddy of mine to go to work for him, which was strange considering his history with the property. I tried talking to my buddy about what he was doing for Farnham, but he became so tight-lipped about everything. Whatever secrets Farnham had, my buddy took him to his grave.
So has anyone tried to talk to his wife, for example, to figure out what was going on there?
I'm sure someone would have if anybody ever saw her. She was only ever seen on the day that they moved into town. Never since then. No one even knows her name. We all just thought he chopped her up.
So then where can we find him?
If you can bait him out of his fortress, he'll be up on Rose Hill Road. But he's always got a gun in his hands, so I think twice about going up there.
To be some kind of psychopath. Yeah, so we're gonna try and get an interview with him. No, I know. Yeah, we will. Yeah, no, we're not gonna be late. Yeah, Augusta wasn't our fault. You know that.
Spill Mountain Dew on the zoom button. Can't seem to zoom it out. Better now.
The festivities were cut short.
Gary.
And it was revealed that the property was to be developed by an out-of-town businessman.
Get it all. I gotta take a call.
One of the guests of honor in attendance at the Bunkley Parade was Marcus Jenkins, a former Rose family employee. In an interview conducted in 1964, Jenkins took a chance to reflect on the events of that day.
I worked for the Roses for like 5 years. I love that family. And I always felt so bad for that poor little friend. That little girl had nobody left but a mean old vigilante. I still don't know what caused that tank to explode that day. But let me say this. Not everyone liked the fact that Mr. Marion treated me like his own. I just wish I could go back again.
Coming up tonight, Farnham's Flood. Protests rage on for their 20th year. Messages Barbecue caters the town hall luncheon, and Wild Walker represents Bunkley at the Grand Ole Opry.
Yeah, well, I gotta go. So we're just finishing up here.
And now,
Get all that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Clean.
Perfect.
Mr. Farnham? Hello?
Pete, what are you doing, man?
Well, there's a big story in there. The only way it's coming out is if we go in. Come on. Hello?
Yo, Pete.
Got the old man's house. Wonder if he's home.
Not much of a door. Don't think anyone's living here, Pete. Doesn't look like it.
If he's not living here, I wonder where he is.
Look at all this, Pete.
Oh, man. This is wild. Oh. Man.
What is all this stuff? Yo, Pete, look at that.
You got a lot of
got nerve jumping my fence like you did?
No,
I ought to shoot you right now.
no,
You know, I'm well within my rights.
we're from we're from Raleigh. We just.
I don't care who you are. You're trespassing, and if you don't leave right now, I'm going to shoot you. And your buddy will have to call an ambulance unless I shoot him next.
Pete, just unlock the car, man. Let's go.
I have an idea. Hold on.
What are you doing?
Hold on. I have an idea.
Pete, what are you doing, man?
You gotta show them we're harmless. Then they'll talk to us.
I'm not going back in there.
Stay with me and you'll be fine.
Fine? You had a gun pointed at us last time.
Come on. Come on out, Farnham. Just want to talk.
Jesus.
Still here, Mr. Farnham.
You've either got to be the dumbest man on earth, or you've got a death wish.
Mr. Farnham, we just want to ask you a few questions, and then we'll leave.
I don't have time for questions. I got things to do. I'm burning daylight here.
Well, let us stay and help you, and then we'll just talk a little bit.
You don't look like you worked a day in your life.
Mr. Farnham, you shot at us, and we're still here. Please, we just want to get this story. Just talk to you, learn a little bit. Please, sir, just let us stay.
Sir, I work for a living. All right. Come back at 6 in the morning, and we'll see what happens. Don't jump my fence. I'll let you in.
When it was revealed that the property was to be developed by an out-of-town businessman.
You're gonna work in that?
I'm a reporter.
How's he gonna work holding that doohickey all day?
Now, remember, the deal was that I work. I ask the questions. I work. You built all this yourself?
I had help. All right. Go ahead and pull these out. Let's see how you do. Careful. All the roots, yep. Right in the bucket. Don't want to leave these roots hanging around. They'll end up growing somewhere else. Keep pulling until you get all of them. You might just be a tree guy after all. Okay, you just keep moving down this row, all the way to the end. I'm going to work on this row behind us, and then we'll move on to the next one. Okay.
Hey, Farnham, you got a bathroom?
Outside the gate, just keep it away from my trees.
All right, thanks. What is that? Oh my god. Pete. Dude, you won't believe what I just saw in the woods.
What?
I saw something when I was taking a leak over there, man. You gotta come see.
What?
That looks good. Let's move on to the next row.
Why don't you go ahead and kill the camera for a little while, save some battery.
Set us up for the future. So tomorrow, I'll have you start down in rows 45 and 47.
Wait, tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow.
No, we had an agreement. I work today, I work with you, and then we do our interview. That was the deal. But you said that when the job was done, we were going to talk.
Well, the job is not done. All right? And as soon as the job's done, I'm a man of my word. I'll give you your interview. That means I'll see you at 6 a.m. Until then, get off my farm.
That was Chuck, right?
Yeah, that was Chuck.
Well, what did he say?
Well, after promising us the Saturday afternoon slot, he just gave us Friday morning.
Hold on. Friday morning? That's not nearly enough time. We gotta drive back, process all the tapes. I mean, who knows if even if Farnham will actually give us this interview.
Well, we've still got a couple days. Why don't we take some time, try and learn about the property. Maybe learning about its history will help us somehow.
Yeah, let's try that.
Gary, are we going?
Yeah.
Filming here?
Yeah.
Okay, and you're comfortable being on camera? Okay, Gary? So, we've gotten around Bunkley a little bit. We've seen all the protests, we've seen the signs, we've talked to some of the locals, and it's unescapable. There's a lot of drama surrounding Farnham Farms. Can you tell us a little bit about what's going on?
Yeah. So Farnham Farms is one of the biggest farms in the area, and a lot of people have lost their jobs recently because of him. Everyone knows someone who's lost a job because of Walter Farnham.
So all the upset is business-oriented, people losing their jobs.
And about the land.
The land.
Mm-hmm. There used to be this really old house that was built on the land, but Walter Farnham tore it down, and it's made a lot of people upset.
What's so important about the house?
Well, it's less about the house and more about the land. So my grandma told me that back during the Great Depression that the land was used as a sort of fairgrounds to bring more joy to people in Buckley County. And it was owned by a man named Marion Rose. And as you can see, Mr. Rose is a real important man here in town. I went to Rose Junior High, and there's the Rose Hill Bank right next door.
So what happened to the family? Why don't they still have the land?
There was a big fire and the house burned down. A lot of people died.
Didn't anybody survive?
I don't know. We've always hoped that a relative would come and claim the land, but no one's come.
So that's where Walter Farnham comes in.
That's where Walter Farnham comes in. And there was a guy that worked with him, but he died too.
Do you happen to know his name by chance? Or you can find his family?
It was something like Jackson or Jennings? Something that starts with a J. that.
Well, thank you very much. That's meant a lot to us, giving us a lot of information to work with. So kind of fills the pieces in a little bit.
Of course. Oh, I just remembered. I think there's an old newspaper clipping around here somewhere. Let me go grab it. I think it could help you.
Gary? Get a shot of that.
Can't seem to focus on it, man.
You want me to just read it?
Yeah, would you do that?
Yeah. On Thursday evening at 6:30 p.m., a gas explosion destroyed the manor at Rose Hill Plantation, killing 4 and injuring 3. The farm owner and philanthropist Marion Rose and his wife Dolly were pronounced dead at the scene of the explosion. Their son William and daughter-in-law Anne were critically injured and both succumbed to their injuries at Orangeburg Memorial Hospital. 2 employees were also injured and treated at Thurman McClary Hospital. The 11-year-old daughter of William Rose suffered minor injuries and will be cared for by her great-aunt, who resides in New England. The cause of the explosion is still under investigation. Local authorities received reports of the explosion after several witnesses spotted a pillar of smoke rising from the site of the Rose Hill Fairgrounds. The fire took 2 hours to extinguish. Christine, this mentions survivors. You wouldn't have to know anything about them, would you?
No, I'm sorry.
Gary, that camera's recording, right?
Yeah, we're rolling.
Okay, well, get this on video. There is no way that Walter Farnham could have gotten his hands on Rose Hill Plantation. Not legally, at least. The Rose Hill Plantation was being held in a trust by the court. No one could access the property, but the whole town wanted to restore the property, but they couldn't possess it without a living relative. However, at one point there was a lady who had worked for the Roses maintaining the property. They tried to work through her to get a hold of it, but they couldn't legally pull it off because she wasn't a Rose, despite her attachment to the family.
When did you learn all that?
I learned at the antique shop while you were flirting with that girl.
Oh, yeah. Well, if that lady is still alive, she'd probably be able to tell us what Farnham did to get his hands on that land.
Hey, last night you got video of that TV report, right?
Yeah, but that guy was dead, right?
Yeah, but I had to step out for a phone call. Let me watch it back. Maybe there's a detail that I missed.
That actually reminds me. Earlier when I said I saw something in the woods, well, I got on tape. I need you to take a look at that real quick.
Mr. Farnham?
Yeah.
Gary and I have a pretty important deadline coming up, and I don't want to cut it short here, but it's all the same to you. I'd like to do our interview now.
Well, you did last longer than I thought you would. I'll answer your questions.
Seated in the Midlands of South Carolina lies the small, tight-knit agricultural community of Bunkley. Bunkley is the home to many local wonders, such as the South's spiciest boiled peanut, as well as being the home to the Southeastern Conference of the Tractor Rodeo Championships. Also located in Bunkley is Farnham Farms, the region's leader in landscape tree production, as well as being home to Bunkley's largest controversy. I'm located here today in Farnham Farms and joined by Farnham Farms owner, sole proprietor, and center of said controversy, Walter Farnham. Well, Mr. Farnham, to begin today's interview, would you mind by introducing yourself?
I thought we were just going to talk about my farm.
Just go with this, okay? I've kept my end of the deal, you just keep yours. Mr. Farnham, we've been speaking with some of the members of the community here in Bunkley, and it appears that they have a quarrel with a man they know almost nothing about. Would you mind taking the time to set the record straight?
My name's Walter Farnham. I'm from a small town in Maine. My wife and I moved here many years ago, and we've been here ever since.
And where is your wife? The community has said that she hasn't been seen since the day you moved in.
My wife died a long time ago, okay?
Well, Farnham Farms has become quite infamous here in Bunkley County. What is it that you do here?
Have you had your eyes friggin' closed the whole time? We grow ornamental trees. Here at Farnham Farms, we provide 17 different kinds of trees, ornamental trees, and we provide them to local wholesalers throughout the region.
So if your business is in trees, then why all the animosity?
They don't have any animals, just trees. I don't know. I think they thought this was some kind of hallowed ground or something like that. People got upset when I tore that building down because somebody was going to get hurt. My wife didn't even remember it. Okay.
What do you mean your wife didn't remember it?
The doctor said she had some kind of a disease that made her forget things. Eventually she got pneumonia. All right? Are you good, Mr. Nosy?
We've been taking the time here in Bunkley County to get around a little bit and see what this town has to offer. And the one thing we consistently see everywhere we go are protest signs saying things like shut down Farnham Farms, and even as violent and volatile as send the cranky Yankee back north. Why do they have an issue with what you're doing here?
Because I think it's some kind of sacred ground or something, like I disturbed it. Listen, this is my farm, it's my trees, and I'll run my farm and my trees and my land the way I see fit. And nobody in this godforsaken town, and not you, is going to tell me how I'm going to run it.
Well, we're just here to give the people the story. We don't have any interest in shutting down what you're doing here.
No, you see, that's not true. That's not true.
Well, no, that's all we're here to do is...
That's not true.
Farnham, that's all we're here to do is just to get the story and figure out... Farnham, we had a deal. One interview. That's all we want. One interview and we're gone. Farnham, I upheld my half.
No, that's a lie. You reporters, you're all the same. You jump fences and you lie and you twist the truth and you make up whatever you want to feed some kind of narrative or something like that. I tell you what, the world would be a whole lot better place without you. A whole lot more peaceful too.
One interview. This town hates you, and they've hated you for as long as you've been here. And so far, you haven't proven to me that all of this hate that you've received isn't deserved. Okay? They think you butchered your wife, and you tore down the most sacred thing that it seems they have ever had. They think you stole this land.
Stole it? Stole it? That's what you think? That's what they think? This was Franny's birthright. When Marcus came here, I told him, absolutely don't talk to anybody about what you're doing here. Franny hated reporters. She wanted to die with her privacy. She probably wouldn't have remembered it anyway. After a while, she didn't remember me either.